Republicans have been telling us for years, because this is now central to their campaigns, that Republicans are the ones who care about children and Democrats are the ones trying to harm your children and indoctrinate them and, mutilate them, like Donald Trump repeatedly tells us. But beyond the talking points, if you look at the impact of policy, there is no other conclusion to come to other than Republicans hate children. And I firmly believe that the Republican Party of the United States absolutely hates children. A study came out this week showing the impacts of the SNAP benefit cuts that Republicans enacted as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill that they passed last summer. And of the 1.6 million people, out of just 12 states, by the way, that have been kicked off food stamps, the SNAP program, 1.7 or 1.6 million kicked off, 1.6 million kicked off, 776,000 of those, roughly half, were children. Children. Half of the people kicked off SNAP benefits from just 12 states were kids. That's 776,000 children who no longer have food security here in the United States. Average benefits for SNAP recipients for a household in the United States of America, $188 a month, which breaks down to $6.17 per day. Well, we can't afford that, right? We can't afford $6 a day to feed a hungry kid. Meanwhile, the Pentagon's budget comes to roughly $3 billion per day. That's how much we spend on the Pentagon each year now. Roughly $3 billion a fucking day. But we can't afford $6 a day to make sure these kids don't go hungry, according to the party that says we care about kids and Democrats do not. And as bad as the situation is now, it is about to get so much worse. Let me read you this from ProPublica. States are required to impose work requirements for most adult recipients while preparing for two major cost shifts. This coming October, states will begin covering 75% of the program's administrative costs. States had been paying only 50% of those costs. In addition, states will have to pay a larger share of SNAP benefits starting in October 2027 based on their error rate. Which means if you screw up and you pay somebody for, their $6 a day that should not have gotten $6 a day, then we're going to charge you more to run your program. So what that does is that incentivizes states to kick more and more people off of the program, creating even more food insecurity. And it gets worse. The number of people looking for food has increased. Food pantries across the country are now reporting that they're running out of food. And the problem is, as these food pantries are also reporting, the cost of food has now increased astronomically thanks to Donald Trump's trade wars and all of that, to the point where they don't even stock meat anymore. The only meats many of these food pantries are now stocking, because it's all they can afford, are hot dogs and ground chicken. Hot dogs. We have a crisis here in the United States. It was fully preventable. It's something we do have the money to fix. But the Republicans, who are in charge of every single branch of the federal government, chose instead to make the problem worse. Kids in America are going hungry because of the Republican Party of the United States. That is a fact. You may not like it. You may not want to hear it because it's my party and we love kids. No, you don't. No, you don't. You are causing kids to go hungry so that you could give a tax break to the wealthy elite. And if you vote Republican, if you are a Republican, this is what you support. Now, you may personally try to tell yourself, well, I mean, I don't like that. Yeah, you do. If you vote Republican, this is what you voted for. If you continue to vote Republican, this is what you continue to support. You can't have it both ways, Republicans. I don't care if you're a moderate Republican and you don't like Trump either, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, doesn't matter anymore. This is cruel and evil for the sake of being cruel and evil. So that millionaires and billionaires, wealth classes that none of you will ever get in, but you're still voting for this. You, Republican voters, are starving children so that the wealthy can buy another private jet. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.